Hey everyone, this is Lord Tremendous. I got another battle report for you. This one's 2,500 points, and it is Dragon Lord Tremendous once again versus Dominar of the High Elves. As always, is my Warriors of Chaos army list for you here. I've got my Chaos Lord on a Chaos Dragon with Mark Zinch. He's got the Sword of Might, the Enchanted Shield, the Talisman of Endurance, Soul Feeder, and a Third Eye Zinch. Backing him up anyway. This is the Exalted Hero, Canker the Festering, with Mark Nurgle, Sword of Change, Luckstone, Chalice of Chaos, Hideous Visage, and Scaly Skin. And last but not least is the Chaos Sorcerer, Rashlar the Possessed. He's a level 2 wizard, Mark Nurgle. He's got the Charm Shield, Dispel Scroll, Dragonbane Gem, and the Lore Nurgle. My core, you know them and love them, are 22 Chaos Warriors, full command, hand weapon shield, Mark Nurgle, with the Banner of Eternal Flame. I've still got my 20-man unit of Chaos Warriors, Temple Guard of Zinch, full command, Halberds, Mark Zinch, and the Blasted Standard. My special choices are the 5 Hellstriders, the Pleasure Riders, with musicians and standards, and spears and shields, and Chimera, of course, with poison and regen, and my rare choice, the one, the only, the Mutalith Vortex Beast. As for his list, again, I'm not 100%. I didn't get the army list from him, so I know he's got a high elf lord on foot. I have no idea what he was kitted out with. He had an elf hero BSB with a great weapon. I don't remember what else. I think he either had a level. You know what? I really don't know. He's either got a level 2, level 4, or that anointed caster that knows all 8 signature spells. I put all 8 signature spells on here because honestly, I don't remember what his magic really doing anything. What I do remember doing a whole bunch is his Frost Phoenix, which he brought. He also had 2 units of Illyrian Reavers with bows and musicians. He had 2 bolt throwers, a unit of 23 Phoenix Guard with full command. I think they had the Banner of Eternal Flame. He had a 19-man unit of Spear Elves with full command. It was really just a bunker for his caster. They sit in the back. He had a unit of 23 White Lions with full command and Banner of the World Dragon. Shocking. I mean, he'd be stupid not to take it, right? It's a great banner. And then a big old unit of 21 archers. I think they had a musician, possibly a banner. I'm not 100%. Alright, as always, if you've seen my last 3, you know that this is a proxy model. This is not a Frost Phoenix. I know there's one in the opponent's armies. Don't get it confused. This one, when you see it, is the proxy model I'm using for the Chaos Lord on a Chaos Dragon. Alright, deployment. As you can see, it was pretty straightforward deployment. I kind of put my Chaos Lord on the right flank there because his Reavers really weren't going to do anything to the dragon. And the Chimera and the Hellstriders were working on my left flank because I wanted something to get through and get a hold of that bolt thrower. Alright, my opponent's right flank. He's got his unit of Illyrian Reavers or something like that on his far right flank. The bolt throwers sitting up on top of the Pyramid of Doom. And here's his center. Right there on the left, you can see his big old brick of Phoenix Guard. Right next to them are the big old unit of White Lions. There's his general in there. His BSB is in with his Phoenix Guard. In the back there is the unit of 19 or 20 Spear Elves with the caster. On the hill is the 21 archers. And his right flank is the final bolt thrower and final unit of Illyrian Reavers. Very symmetrical placing. My right flank shows the Chaos Lord on a dragon, proxy model of course. Next to them are the Warriors of Zinch, and right next to them, you can only see him a little bit there, I guess you see him alright, is the Warriors of Nurgle with my BSB, and right behind my Warriors of Nurgle is my Chaos Sorcerer, level 2. On my left flank, I've got my Mutalith Vortex Beast. I've got my Hellstriders that have vanguarded them up about halfway up the board there, and then my Chimera, who's just looking for something to chew on. Turn 1 is as so. Chaos Lord on a Dragon wasn't playing around. I figured either I was going to run into the Phoenix or get a hold of the Archers. Either way, I needed him in battle quick. Both units of Warriors move up pretty much their max because, well, you know, they're Chaos Warriors. They don't really have any other tricks other than combat. The Mutolith ran up the side, and the Hellstriders, believe it or not, are not where they show at the bottom of the pyramid. They're at the top of the pyramid, an inch away from the bolt thrower. It's just I can't put them up there because physics won't allow it. Stupid rules. And the Chimera runs all the way to the flank, hoping to get a hold of either the bolt thrower, the Reavers, or anything they can get a hold of. Nothing else happened. My magic phase was pretty much a bust. I don't have a shooting. So yeah, we went over to the bottom of one, and he moved, and he charged the Mutolith with his Alarian Reavers and failed to charge. And they moved up like that. However, his Frost Phoenix did not fail to charge into my Chaos Lord, and boom, slammed into him. I know we had a little bit of a model malfunction. The Chaos, or the Frost Phoenix, his won't stay on that little plastic doohickey thing. So rather than break his model, we just said, screw it, we're going to just use the base. And so you get to imagine a big Frost Phoenix slamming into a Chaos Dragon with a Lord on top screaming like a coward. Alright, as you can see, this is after movement. This is what everything looks like. His Reavers kind of came around the side there. They're behind me. Gonna go try to pop my caster or something like that. And his center really didn't move at all, because they're elves. His magic and shooting didn't do a whole lot, but his combat sure did, as my Chaos Lord and this dragon failed to hurt the Phoenix at all. Take a wound on the dragon, lose combat by 2, I think, 2 or 3, and I flee. I got away, but the stupid Lord on the stupid dragon for the 3rd game in a row is effing fleeing. I was ready to suit up in elven armor and kill the son of a gun myself at this point. Turn 2, this is after movement. The Chimera, as you can see, got a hold of the Reavers. Things moved up again. The Warriors moved up, and you know what? I was like, if you want to charge me, because if you don't, I'm going to. The Warriors, I'm really not afraid of Phoenix Guard or White Lions, because as long as I'm rolling average or well, maybe I'm overconfident, but hey, I play Chaos. Being overconfident is my prerogative. Oh, and in the last turn, I'm sorry, his shooting phase, he blasted all my Hellstriders with his Bolt Thrower. So that was sad. Bottom of turn 2, his movement, as you can see, in my last turn, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this, the Chaos Lord and Dragon rallied turn, and his Frost Phoenix in his turn charges him again, because why not? The 625 point unit can't destroy or even harm the unit that's a third his cost. Makes sense. But yeah, the Phoenix Guard go into the Nurgle Warriors, and the White Lions go into the Tzeentch Warriors. The Chimera was able to beat the Reavers last turn, and they broke. He didn't catch them. They're an inch away. They rally and turn and look at the Chimera. Yeah, that's a better picture of it. Oh yeah, before the Phoenix Guard charged the Nurgle Warriors, they charged the Mutolith, who fled, and then they redirected the Nurgle Warriors. Yeah, there's that huge friggin' mistake. Oh, Chaos Lord on a Dragon. On paper, it sounds great. In reality, it doesn't work for me. If it works for you, well, you're a better general than I am, because it does not work for me. Speaking of not working for me, my opponent gets the big Hand of Glory off on his Phoenix Guard and just pulverize my unit. The one redeeming factor of this fight with the Nurgle Warriors versus the Phoenix Guard is, in the challenge, my BSB was able to kill the unit champion, and since he had the Sword of Change, he was able to make him into a spawn, or as I like to say, recruit him to the good guys. So yes, the spawn is now up, heading over towards the Bolt Thrower, and yeah, I'm hoping to capitalize on that, but the unit of Nurgle Warriors loses combat, fails its break check, and runs like 4 inches. He overruns, gets the unit, and slams into my Chaos Sorcerer, who passed his panic check and then had to stay for the overrun. So yeah, things are going well, and then in the following combat, yeah, the White Lions do not fail to hit. I think he rolled, I don't know, like a 24, I don't remember, it was a ton of attacks. His general wasted my unit champion, and then he just decimated my unit. He didn't fail to hit or wound. I think 2 or 3 dice missed, and I didn't make any of my saves because, hey, when white lions hit you in the face, you fall down. It doesn't matter what kind of armor or ward save you might have. So yeah, my unit broke. They actually got away, but the Chaos Lord apparently is afraid of everything that gets into combat with him. He's overcompensating with the dragon. The Phoenix runs into the Dragon Lord, or the dragon, the Chaos Lord on a dragon. Doesn't do any wounds, but he wins by 1. And I don't do any wounds back because, it's a Phoenix, it's a big scary Phoenix. I don't know what the heck they're thinking about. They've been to the warp and back, but for some reason the Frost Phoenix terrifies them. So yeah, the Chaos Lord and the Phoenix and the dragon all fight. We just do a big limp-wristed flub fest. He charged, so he wins by 1, and I roll a 9. So I flee again. I get away again. But this coward on a dragon is fleeing again. So yeah, at this point, I'm actually getting a bow and arrows, and I'm aiming it at his head because I have just completely fired him. I've called Tzeentch, and I've told him, you know what, I'm going to return this SOB to sender, and you just send him to Khorne for, combat lessons, because unbelievable. A Chaos Lord on a dragon being beaten down by a Frost Phoenix. I blame myself. We never should have given birth to him. So yeah, here's turn 3. I think this is before movement and stuff like that. If I remember correctly, my Lord rallies, my Tzeentch Warriors rally, my Chimera charges the Fast Cav, and my Mulith rallies. Yep, that's what happens. And then, of course, in combat, my Sorcerer does not stand up to the challenge from the BSB and just gets zotted. He's just gone, gacked. The Chimera gets a hold of the Larian Reavers and finishes them off, but he actually takes a wound or 2 in the process. They actually were able to get a couple through. How embarrassing is that? So yeah, the Chimera is sitting at half death. And then during my opponent's turn, he turns his bolt throwers, and both of them, I think, were able to see the Chimera. Large targets, so you know how it is. And poop! Turned him into his baser elements. Chimera down. At least he killed something before he went, but yeah, things are going left field quick. In this picture, sorry, it's low quality. Well, it's a bad angle. It's not low quality, but yeah, the Tzeentch Warriors got charged by the White Lions again. You can see them at the bottom right-hand side. Again, I apologize for the angle. It's the best picture I had. And poof, the unit gets destroyed. They're like, we don't want to fight, and the White Lions like, that's fine. I mean, you see, I took almost a rank and a half away from the White Lions in 2 rounds of combat. Almost. Striking at the same time. Nothing was going my way. So yeah, the Tzeentch Warriors get zotted, and the White Lions turn around because there's a Mutalith over there on their side, and they can't wait to hack into him. Over here, the Frost Phoenix charges the Lord. I lose combat. I think I put a couple wounds on him. He put a couple wounds on me. He won by 1 again. And I fail my break check, and I roll boxcars to flee. Or not even boxcars. I think it was like a modest 7 to 9 or something like that. But I'm off the table. He didn't even bother to pursue. Didn't even bother to pursue. That's how little respect the Phoenix had. Didn't even bother to pursue. As you can see, well, it's harder to tell, but yeah, he turned to face into the combat because he wanted to watch his army just decimate the patheticness that I brought, because it really was pathetic. So yeah, the Chaos Lord fled, but I've sent agents of Khorne after him to teach him how to fight by bashing his face into a wall until I feel better about it. Over here, the Phoenix Guard charged the Mutalith, and he's not actually in his flank, he's in the front, but for lining up purposes and stuff like that, we just brought him like that because the Reavers wanted to come around. Not a big deal. We fix it in a second, but yeah, as you can see, the Mutalith took damage earlier. I can't remember when. But yeah, Mutalith down. Mutalith down. There was no hope. They all struck before him, and yeah, I was rolling awful, but my opponent just had a real field day with me. And there it is, the end of the game. if you've noticed, there seems to be an abundance of elf on the table and a. Hey, sorry about that. I kind of lost my audio for a second. But anyway, like I said, there seems to be an abundance of elf on the table and a remarkable lack of Warriors of Chaos on the table because they're all dead. So yeah, it was a total loss for me. Lord Tremendous was not very lordly. I lost everything. Just got tabled. Not one chaos thing left on the table. Maybe some gore. Probably some gore. My Dominar, he lost 1 unit of Reavers and a Bolt Thrower, and a few hours out of his day. He literally could have done anything else. But yeah. He magnificently outplayed me. I mean, just from deployment, it was almost embarrassing. It was a great, just lesson in humility. It was also a lesson in how a well-played High Elf army can really dish out punishment. Let this be some inspiration for you High Elf guys out there if you're watching this. If you play your army right, you can stand up to any army. It can really go your way. I also learned that I absolutely positively hate the Chaos Lord on a Dragon. Hate him. Not saying that it's a bad unit for anyone else. For me personally, I hate him. He does not work for me. I've had 4 games with him now, and only one game did he do anything. For 625 points, I need my Lord to be at least 65% good. Give me 2.5 games where you're actually good. One game that he actually was decent? Nah, it's no good. It's no good. Maybe it's me. Probably it's me. I'm the one that's doing everything, but I don't like him. And if I ever field him again, it's probably because I lost a bet. But you know what? I can't complain about the game though. You learn the most from a loss, and it was a good game. And again, just a great opponent. If you ever get a chance to go up against this guy, do it. You're going to be a better player afterwards, win or loss. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for listening to my battle report, or watching it anyway. And if you have any comments, concerns, improvements, anything at all, suggestions, by all means, put it in the comment section below. And if it's a good one, I'll listen to it. If it's a good slam, I'll reply to it. Whichever. Hey, it'll be fun. But yeah, thanks.